What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my next YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the expected move for NIO like we do every single Sunday. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe, and if you're new, thank you for being here and consider hitting that subscribe button. Let's get right into the video and let's talk about this expected move. So, last week, we all know that NIO got underneath that first expected move and actually closed underneath it. And then, on Friday, we got really crazy because we stayed underneath it and we hit that second one. So, this week, it's a little less of a move. So last week was the $7 move because it was priced in volatility because of earnings. This week, a little bit lower. You can see it's $5.28. So that is good to see. So hopefully guys, fingers crossed that we don't have as much volatility as we did last week. Now, if you're new to this video and you haven't seen any video like this on my channel before, the expected move, how you find it, go to your option chain, type in the symbol. You can do it for any ticker you want to, and then you scroll over and then you find this number right here. So it says plus or minus because it's a range, and then we'll draw it on the chart so you can get a better visual of what it looks like. So you go back to your chart, you take out your tool. So where you go is from where it closed at on Friday. So the move was $5.28. Doesn't have to be exact, whatever is close. So $5.35, that's okay for this, just so we can get a visual of where that moves at. And then since I talked about it was a range, we also have to factor in the minus part as well. So $5.35 again, that's okay. So just take your tool and then draw it out. So that's actually a different one, that's okay. So what it looks like right now is that this is our range we're working with. So the upper part of our range is right at 43.51. The lower part of our range is right at 32.90. So this is where market makers want you to stay in between. Now, as y'all saw last week, it doesn't mean it has to stay in between this move. It can move out of it, they can move above it, below it, whatever way. Last week's case, it moved below it and actually got to that second one. Now, when I say second one, how you find that is really, really simple. You just go down and just minus or plus the same move. So last week we did the minus part. So this is the second one right here. So that would be at around $28. Now, hopefully, it's a green week and then we can actually get to the second one above. So we're looking at the second one above to be around $49. Now, I'm not saying we'll get above or below the first one this week. We can just stay in between. But this is what we're looking at. These two main ones, that's what you need to pay attention to, and that's what will most likely stay in between. Now, NIO, I've talked about this in every NIO video I've been doing. It's an apparent downtrend. I've been mentioning that buyers have not showed up yet. We do get these couple of weekdays where the price is just tanking and then buyers show up, but then it's just met with another red day in the following days. You can see here, fell down Friday. We fell down, but then we tried to recover a little bit, but unfortunately we weren't able to recover what we lost on Thursday. So what we're working with right now is the downtrend. Now, hopefully this is where we're starting to base out. So we found buyers here. We have that conviction, hopefully, right here. So we're starting to base out. We pushed down here the second part of Friday, bounced right here, and then we were able to stay above it. So as long as we, consolidate, form that base. When I mention base, I just mean consolidation. So maybe we see a base, or best case scenario, we just go and moon. Okay, now the likelihood of that happening is very low, but who knows? Maybe we get an oversold bounce. Now, if you take a look at RSI, we'll just see where that's at. So, yep, it's literally at the floor, guys. Literally at the floor. NIO has only been like this a couple of times. Really can't talk about this over here because NIO wasn't too popular back then. It was literally $1. So ever since we have been on this crazy ride on NIO, it has not been this oversold. So maybe soon we'll see an oversold bounce, get that relief, and hopefully that will be the signal of us, starting that uptrend back again. But you still gotta be careful, guys. It's still apparent that we are in that downtrend. So our plan, what I'm looking for going into this week, is getting up in this green box right here, or turquoise box. This box right here. Now, even though we get into that, we're still making lower highs. So really, the confidence, as I mentioned in other videos, we need to get back above $53. That's a huge way to go. So we still have to take it baby steps, guys. We still have to take it baby steps. So I want to see us at least ending this block this week. This right here, 44.73 and 48.31, somewhere in between that range. That would be ideal. Or if we just consolidate the whole week, that would be fine as well. But the whole point is hopefully the selling pressure stops. The selling pressure slows down and then we start to reverse here. But as you can see, this is a clear downtrend. So this week, to summarize, looking to end up between 44.73, 48.31. That would be the first step. So push up into here. And then, the next week, following week, get back above 58.31. Or sorry, $53. Now, the likelihood of that happening, we'll just have to see. That'll be a V-shaped recovery. It may not happen that fast. We may have bumps along the road where we pull back, Of course, we'll have that. And maybe consolidate. So how we get there is still up in the air. We'll just have to see where we go from there. Other than that, my main focus on this week is starting to find those buyers. Once we find those buyers, then we can start hopefully reversing and then make that higher low again and then start uptrending back up to this area. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully you learned something new with the expected move. If you did and you're a new viewer, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.